It will record as is. It's not going to be great results because practice day is actually pretty slow. Some teams go twice, some teams go 4 times, but that's something you have to take note of. Okay, oh my God, this team has went like for the 5th time already. It's been on its rotation like forever. We know you're good. Get off the field. Not really. If you see repetition, I was never in a spelling bee. Okay, so for repetition, what you see there on practice day, it gives you actually a few pieces of information. It tells you, 1, they're prepared and they're ready to go. They're just testing. Some teams, like, let's say the seniors are graduating. You don't want your next generation to be left behind. So you let a new driver drive the robot. You're like, that robot, the driver, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's going in circles. He's driving into the wall. He can't even pick up a ball. What's with him? They're trying to test out new drivers. They're trying to test out new techniques. That's what practice day is for. You're just taking to see who is the most prepared, who is the least prepared, who have you seen the most, and who's actually been doing their job. So that's something to take note of. Day 2. This is crunch time. Actually, this is one of the most crucial moments for scouting, especially if you're a field scouter, because you know what, after this day, you're going home and you're making your pre-ranking list. I'll tell you how to rank later. Well, at least what our team does to rank. So, on day 2, every team actually within the entire competition, within qualifications, goes through at least, on average, 7 matches, every team. But practice day, you can only get maybe 3 to 4, depending on what the schedule is. So within those 3 to 4 matches, you take your notes, you be observative, and you try your best to see what the other robots are doing, and you record it down. So for the second day, you want to record, and you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to keep copious notes. You have a lot to refer back to. You have a lot of information. The more information you have, the better you are. Because you know what? Without information, it's the fear of the unknown. Ooh, just like darkness. Alright, so that is day 2. And the last but not least, you'll go over ranking when you get home or you meet up with your team. I'll go over that shortly, right after this. And the final thing is day 3. This day is actually going to be part of qualifications, so you get your last, this is the finals. So you get your last, 2 to, what is that? 2 to 3 matches. 2 to 3 matches in, you want to record that. Because, alright, let me just tell you this right now. Day 3, this is called impression day. Or at least that's the way that we tried to call it. And what this means is that, let's say on day 2, practice day, let's say you have a team here. Our team used to be one of them, or actually, it might still be. Practice day is actually is a privilege, actually. By you getting to practice day, whether you're a rookie team or a veteran team, means that you have been prepared, you've been well engineered, and you know what, you're just ready to test things out. And that's just testing. But day 2 is see how you played out on the field. But let's say you didn't go to practice, so you didn't have 1 match at all. You were not one of the repetitions that we saw out there. Rather, you were the ones that we saw on day 2. You don't know how your plans are going to work out. You're a little shaky on this day, You've maybe won, like, of the 3 to 4 matches, you may have won 1 match, maybe no matches. But you know what? The thing is that on day 3, it's impression day. You know what your mistakes are. You've had 2 days, hard time to prepare, all day. So this day is actually, I've seen a lot of robots improve. So this is the day you really have to keep your eyes peeled, at least before lunch. After lunch, relax, because that's when eliminations and everything goes. You just have to plan for that later. But for impression day, keep track of robots that are assister bots. Maybe they've gotten better at assisting. Maybe they've gained another function. Cutting a hole into a robot is not very difficult. And you know what? That actually might have been key for this year's game. You cut a hole into a robot, you move along the side, you stick a ball in there. It's kind of like another storage system. That's something to keep in mind. It's a change, an improvement. Keep note of that. And lastly but not least, you have to strategize for your selection. And that's where this thing comes in play, your ranking.